Good morning. Please, will you stand? Sure, I didn't think that would hit so hard, eh? All right, well, good morning and a very warm welcome to our valedictory of 2025. Mrs. Jones, it's so good to see you. Thank you for joining us here this morning. In fact, it's wonderful to have so many of our past Elkanah family that are joining us here today for various reasons and in various roles. I appreciate the fact that you're here, and I hope you enjoy the morning. Welcome to the families of the grade 12s. I'm sure your hearts are bursting with pride and also maybe a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit heavy, knowing that the end of the school journey is so close. Don't worry, we're just as emotional, and it's a good thing today. Welcome to the 5 tutor teachers who have walked the road with them and who have supported and cajoled and loved and everything else in between. I hope you have a good morning, and thank you for everything that you have done. And then to our extra special grade 12s, our guests today, this is all for you. Take it in, enjoy the moment, feel the memories. Take in the love that we're expressing today, the appreciation, recall the good times, the tough moments, maybe shed a tear, well, another one, I know a lot of you have already. Smile broadly, hug somebody, and then we are going to want you to go home and study. This is really a wonderful moment, and we need to start it in the right way. So, Mrs. LaRue, we'd like to call you up to lead us in devotion, please.
I'm wearing my heels. Good morning, everyone. Today I have the privilege to deliver the valedictory devotion, and I'm incredibly honored. I wanted to speak about something that will be on everyone's mind, something that we all will be experiencing in the coming months, and that is change. For the matrics, for some, it will be a change in environment, a change in homes, perhaps some a change in countries. You will change your daily schedules, you will change your habits, and yes, you will likely change your friends. For the parents, this may mean a change in your home structures, a change in your daily schedules, and yes, a change in your finances. Teachers, especially the grade group, changing back to grade 7 is both daunting but incredibly exciting. So as I let that thought sink in, I want to remind you of the scripture, Joshua 1 verse 9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Matrics, parents, and staff, I want to remind you that you have been through thousands of other changes in your lives, and the Lord was with you. Students, every time you change teachers or grades or campuses or grade heads, the Lord was with you. You feared those changes, but because the Lord was with you, you were strong and courageous, and you can do it again. Parents and staff, reflect on those anxious moments of change that you have experienced in your lives. Did you not prevail? The Lord was with you. Parents, perhaps the most significant change are those that are sitting before you today. Joshua 1 verse 9, in context, is when God was speaking to Joshua as he was about to cross the river Jordan to reach the promised land. They had been wandering in the desert for 40 years and were about to enter a dramatic change. They were fearful. God reminded Joshua and the people that he had been with Moses and the Israelites on that journey, every step until Moses' very last step. And he was going to continue being with them. So be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. I once read a quote that says, "Nothing changes if nothing changes." And I found this to be so profound because, yes, as humans, you must embrace and encourage change in your lives. Otherwise, nothing will change. You won't progress in life. You won't live the life that you are promised by God. However, parallel to this thought, remember that the Lord's love for you won't ever change, regardless of your actions. He is the only constant in your spiritual life. So, the Lord your God has never left you. He's never left your side. He never will. Take courage, matrics, parents, and staff. A magnificent adventure awaits. Please bow your heads. Dear Lord, thank you for guiding us and never leaving us to this very moment. Thank you for being with these children through this journey. Thank you for always embracing us with your unconditional love. And thank you for your promise that you will never leave us going forward. Lord, please give these matrics, parents, and staff courage and comfort, knowing that you are always by our side. As we embark on the many new adventures next year, may we always turn to you for guidance, help, and advice. Please be with the matrics as they start their final exams. Keep their minds focused and douse any anxieties. We can do all great things through you. Thank you. To you we pray. Amen.
Let's all stand. Who breaks the power of sin and darkness, whose love is mighty and so much stronger. that you've done for me. Who brings our chaos back into order? Who makes the orphan a son and daughter? The King of glory, the King above all kings. Who rules the nations with truth and justice, shines like the sun in all of its brilliance. The King of glory, the King above all kings. This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love. That you would take my place, that you would bear my cross, you would lay down your life, that I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy, worthy, worthy. This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love. That you would take my place, that you would bear my cross, you would lay down your life, that I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. You may be seated.
Good morning and welcome to parents, teachers, friends, and most especially the graduating class of 2025. A warm welcome to our special guests, principals of the Elkanah Preparatory and Preschools, Mrs. Pippa Sinclair and Mrs. Echnet Niehaus. Past staff members of Elkanah, Mrs. Vivian Jones, Mrs. Minky Antrobus, Mr. Temba Kubeka, Mr. Pete LaRue, and Mrs. Debbie Johnson. Friends of Elkanah, Diane Payne, Natalie Jonides, Sebastian DeRoy, Josh Ellis, and David Durant. Today we gather at a significant moment, the closing of one chapter and the beginning of the next. Grade 12s, as you stand on the threshold of your final exams and prepare to step out into the wider world, this moment is not only about achievement, it is about reflection, responsibility, and readiness. You are entering a world of both extraordinary opportunity and immense complexity, a world shaped by innovation, yet shadowed by pressing challenges, climate change, inequality, displacement, unemployment. These are no longer distant headlines, they are realities. And the future demands not just smart minds, but caring hearts. The responsibility to care for our planet, for each other, and for generations yet to come now rests in your hands. Be caretakers of the earth, not just inhabitants. Be the generation that restores and protects, not one that simply consumes. Let your education be a tool for change, and your actions a legacy of care. Just as critical as the world you inherit is the way you treat those around you. Build real relationships. Be present in your interactions. Value connection over comparison. Love deeply, speak kindly, and choose compassion, especially when it costs you nothing. And remember, you're not only shaping your future, you are laying the foundation for the world your children and grandchildren will inherit. Live in a way that honors that responsibility. In a world increasingly dominated by technology, I urge you, do not become a slave of it. Technology is a powerful tool, but it is not a substitute for living. Don't just scroll through life. Engage with it. Speak to people in person. Write something down. Sit in stillness. Laugh without recording it, and feel something fully. Life is richer than anything your screen can offer. And as you journey forward, never underestimate the importance of your mental and emotional well-being. Life will bring pressure and unpredictability, that is certain, but you are not alone, and you do not have to carry everything by yourself. Prioritize rest, speak honestly about how you're feeling, reach out when you need support. That is a strength, not a weakness. And maintain a positive outlook by grounding yourself in gratitude, surrounding yourself with people who will uplift you, and finding joy in small, everyday moments. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Take care of your mind as you do your body, and success will follow with greater balance and peace. Above all, hold on to hope. Hope is not naive optimism. It is the quiet strength that allows you to keep going when things are uncertain. It's what enables you to believe in better days, in second chances, and in your ability to grow through what you may be going through. Hope gives you the courage to dream beyond your current circumstances and to trust that even in darkness, light will return, and keep that light alive in yourselves and in others. And in tandem with hope, I encourage you to nurture faith, whatever form that takes for you. Faith is a powerful compass in an uncertain world. It grounds you in something greater than yourself, whether that's a spiritual belief, a deep sense of purpose, or the unwavering belief in goodness, in people, and in the possibility of change. Faith gives you strength when reason fails, clarity when the path is unclear, and courage when fear creeps in. Let it be your anchor in storms and your quiet guide in times of decisions. And dream big, not just about success, but about significance. Don't settle for a life of ticking boxes. Build a life that excites you, that contributes, and that matters. Now let me pause here and say something important. Your performance in school, no matter how good, is not the only measures of success in life. True success is living with purpose, choosing integrity, staying curious, and treating others with respect. And for that, you are already well prepared, because Elkanah House has given you more than just academics. You have lived our values, that of live, love, and learn. Live with presence and with courage. Love with generosity and grace, and learn with humility, curiosity, and passion. Carry these values in you, and they will serve you far beyond any exam room. And as we look forward, let's take a moment to look back with gratitude. None of you have reached this moment alone. Every step of the way, there were people cheering for you, guiding you, challenging you, and believing in you. To your tutor teachers who have walked this journey beside you, often being the first to notice when something wasn't quite right. To your subject teachers who poured knowledge, or tried to, into you, often with more patience than you probably realized. To your coaches who taught you the power of teamwork, discipline, and resilience. To our school administrators who keep the school running smoothly behind the scenes. To the head of grade and school, and in your case, grades, and school management, who lead with vision, commitment, and care. And to your families, who were your first teachers and your greatest supporters, who have given of themselves so you could thrive. Say thank you often and mean it. And there is one more area where you've made a difference, perhaps more than you know. Through your social outreach, your time, your energy, and your kindness have touched lives in ways you never may fully understand. You have planted seeds of hope, dignity, and joy. You have reminded others and yourselves that we are all connected and that compassion is powerful. Matrix of 2025, you have left a mark on this amazing school and on the world beyond our gates. Now it is time to go forward with courage, with kindness, and with intention. Go and live boldly, love deeply, learn continuously, and whatever you do, never stop dreaming. We are really proud of you. We believe in you, and we will always be rooting for you. On a personal note, thank you for making this year so special for me as your interim principal. I will never forget the campfire with everyone singing the hymns for hours. The cheerleading, notwithstanding the flying junior at the war cry practice. The achievement of unity within the school, which was your goal. The fundraisers, which were so well planned, and the musical evening. And lastly, for bringing Kenya into the school on 40 days. I will miss you all. Go well, good luck, and keep in touch. I'm very active on LinkedIn.
Thank you, Mrs. Kutsia. And you only mentioned Kenya once. Right, let's move on to the prizes. We're going to start off with academic prizes, and I'm going to ask Mrs. Kutsia to join us to hand over the certificates and the trophies. We're going to start with the subject prizes. These are awarded to the top performing student in each subject. The following students achieved the highest mark in their subject, and I'm going to call your name and ask you to come and receive your certificate and your trophy. There are a lot of awards today, so I know we're desperate to start the applause for each and every one of them, but I think let's do batches. It usually, you'll thank me in the end. I know you will. Right, so I'm going to call up the first batch. We have Afrikaans goes to Willow Rutters. That's fine, just clap. Dance goes to Sienna Roberts. Design goes to Ruben DeRoy. Economics goes to Luca Trentini. Engineering graphic design goes to Caitlin Watson. Geography goes to Emily Herman. History goes to Evan Hallett. Life Orientation goes to India Webster. Life Sciences goes to Mitchell Mackay. Music goes to Kaylee Buertus. Visual art goes to Nia Nairn. Our next recipient receives 3 of the trophies. I know, it's very impressive. Dramatic arts, mathematical literacy, and further studies English goes to Amber Kohlhofer. Oops. Okay. Right, and now we have accounting, English, information technology, mathematics, physical science, and further studies mathematics. Joshua Valentini. There is Josh has offered for me to take the maths one. No, he'll do his photo op later. Congratulations, well done. Continuing the academic awards, we're now going to do the Colors Awards. So colors for academics are awarded to a student who has achieved an aggregate of 75% and above for 3 terms in an academic year. The students who are doing this for the second time, repeat colors, will receive a certificate, and then we do have a new colors which we're very proud of. So in alphabetical order, yes, just checking. Milakhuhle Buti, Emily Herman, Amber Kohlhofer, Nolwazi Makoba, Tamika Mshlango, Connor Neeson, Louis Retief, Nicholas Robinson, Zoe Struble, Bryce Swinburne, Luca Trentini, Tyra von Mollendorf, Anna Walravens, Caitlin Watson, and our New Colors Award goes to Evan Hallett. Congratulations on your hard work. Our honors awards, these are for students at the end of grade 11 or 12 who've achieved an aggregate of 80% or above for each term over a 2-year period. This doesn't include their further studies, though. Honors are awarded to Kaylee Boertes, Ruben DeRoy, Danielle Ellis, Mitchell Mackay, Megan Mawini, Sid Oldroyd, Latabo Rahube, Willow Rutters, Joshua Valentini, India Webster, and a new honors award goes to Nia Nain. Thank you and congratulations. Our Ducks Award will be awarded a little later with our special awards, and I'm now going to call on Mr. Dodds.
Good morning. It's my honor and privilege to speak to the Cultural Awards today. We begin with 2 honorable mentions, one for debating and one for music. We will applaud the students once they've come up to collect their certificate. First, an honorable mention for debating, Amber Kohlhofer. Amber, sure. Amber has been part of the junior and senior debating teams for 6 years. She represented the senior team in the National Debating League in 2024 and 2025. This year, the team made it to the quarterfinals, where Amber was placed 26th. Next, an honorable mention for the jazz band, Danielle Ellis. Danielle has been a dedicated member of the jazz band for the past 2 years, performing selflessly as both a backup and occasional lead vocalist. Her commitment and contribution have been truly commendable. Congratulations to you both. Staying with music, the Longevity Award is awarded for service of 3 years or more to the music ensembles at Elkanah House. This is only awarded in grade 12. We will again wait to applaud until all the students are up. The Longevity Awards for the jazz band, Zoe Struble, jazz band and drumline, Kaylee Boertes. Staying with drumline, the best drummer is also awarded to Kaylee Boertes. And the best senior, moving to choir, the best senior choir member of the year goes to Riley Gordon. Congratulations to you all. Shifting to dramatic arts, initially we have 2 awards to hand out. The In the Wings Award is awarded to the student who has been exceptional throughout the year, achieving the 2nd highest marks for practical work. This award and certificate goes to Cara Vint. The Spotlight Award is awarded to the student who has demonstrated exceptional excellence, achieving the top marks for practical work throughout the academic year. Spotlight Award goes to Amber Kohlhofer. Congratulations. We now move to the Recognition of Achievement Awards. the Recognition of Achievement Awards are awarded to students for participation in external competitions and reaching at least the semi-finals or the top 3 in regionals, provincials, or nationals. There are 2 achievers for this category. For dancing, Sienna Roberts. Sienna has excelled on both national and international stages, earning top awards and gold placements at prestigious competitions. She represented South Africa at the World Dance Movement, reaching the semi-finals for World Dancer of the Year. And her overall artistry has been recognized through major international scholarships and opportunities in the United States and Europe. Next, for Irish dancing, Mitchell Mackay. Mitchell has shown remarkable skill and dedication in Irish dance, achieving multiple first and second place results at provincial competitions. His commitment to the art form has also been recognized academically with honors in the CLRG Irish Dance Grade 9 examination, highlighting both his technical ability and disciplined training. Congratulations to you both. The following students are awarded colors or honors based on a point system for their cultural contributions to Elkanah House. Points are accumulated over a 2-year period. We will again hold our applause until they're all on stage. Firstly, cultural half colors goes to Riley Gordon. Riley was the voice of the infamous Plant Audrey 2 and was the radio host in the production Little Shop of Horrors in 2024. He also sang the final song in this year's Afrikaans production, Die Klere van Genade, performed at school, and took on the role as headmistress in the Afrikaans Tienertoneel competition at the Baxter for the same show. Cultural full colors with a re-award goes to Zoe Struble. Zoe has been a member of the jazz band since her junior years. She played a major role in our production, Little Shop of Horrors, in 2024, and has also been honored for taking lead in the worship songs in assemblies. Cultural full colors, and this time a new award, goes to Milukutle Buti. Milukutle represented the senior team in the National Debating League in 2024 and 2025. This year, her team made it through to the quarterfinals. At the end of the league, Milukutle was placed 42nd and awarded Best Speaker twice this year. Milukutle was also awarded Best Supporting Actress as Chiffon in our musical Little Shop of Horrors in 2024. And finally, our cultural honors and a re-award goes to Kaylee Burtis. Kaylee has been a dedicated flute player in the jazz band for 3 years and part of the drum line for 5. She was a member of the orchestra in our production, Little Shop of Horrors. This year, she played both piccolo and quad drums for the Shakespeare production, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Kaylee was also a category winner at the Tygerberg Eisteddfod for the woodwind section this year, where she secured most promising woodwind entrant over 16 years old. Kaylee is also the principal flautist for the Hugo Lamprecht's Music Center Orchestra. Congratulations to you all. We now move to what has been an incredibly important pillar of our school, which is social outreach and community service. At Elkanah, one of the core values is loving beyond self. This means putting the needs of others before our own, even when it requires great personal sacrifice. We believe it is important to recognize students who exemplify this value. By honoring their extraordinary contributions, we highlight the courage, integrity, and selflessness that strengthen both our school and the wider community. These students serve as powerful role models, inspiring others to act with similar purpose and conviction. This year, we will honor those students who have served our school and those who have served their community separately. Colors are awarded to a senior student who has worked tirelessly at service to the school or to the community without expecting anything in return for a minimum of 120 hours during the last phase of high school. Colors Re-Awards: Sid Oldroyd, Megan Speedy, Ruby Berger, Zoe Struble, Nia Nan, Albertina Mdoko, Darius Weingard, India Webster, and a new Colors Award, Milakuhle Buti. Congratulations to you. Honors are awarded to a senior student who has worked tirelessly at service to the school, to the community, without expecting anything in return for a minimum of 180 hours during the last phase of their school, last phase of school. Honors re-awards: Gabriela Pochiazo dos Santos, Sienna Roberts, Letabo Rahube, Caitlin Watson, Kaylee Buertes, Hannah Scott, Jaden Rona, Mitchell Mackay, Megan Mawini, Danielle Ellis, and Willow Ritters. Well done, congratulations. We're also very proud to announce that we have some new honors awards as well. New honors awards goes to Anna Walravens, Emily Herman, Nolwazi Makoba, and a new honors in-service award goes to Darius Weingard. Congratulations, well done. I'll now ask Ms. Miller to come up for the sports awards.
Right, I get to do the sports awards. Makes sense. We're going to start off with our first team awards. These are awarded to students who are part of our first teams. These are they're not re-awarded, so many of our seniors have already got them. These are the ones who are getting them for the first time. Boys soccer, Zach Madaray and Jared Thorpe. For girls soccer, Alyssa Mdoko. For boys hockey, we've got Lukanyo Ngubani and Darius Weingard. For girls hockey, we have Sasha Dennis and Ruby Berger. For softball, we have Alyssa Mdoko, Albertina Mdoko, Rebecca Visa, Shail Singh, and Letabo Rahube. For girls water polo, we have Tyra von Mollendorf, Danielle Ellis, India Webster, and Njabulo Shlope. For boys water polo, we have Lucanio Ngubane, Ruben de Roy, Noah Schmidt, Nathan Lamprecht, Louis Retief. Sorry, I'm making you sardine a bit. It's impressive, though. Connor Neeson. And for netball, we have Njabulo Hlope and India Webster. Well done, and thank you for taking part in our first teams. The team awards for sport fall into two categories. The first one is sportsmanship and team spirit, and then there's the players of the year. I'm going to start off with the sportsmanship and team spirit. These are selected by the coaches and managers. Alyssa Mdoko for softball, India Webster for girls water polo, Noah Schmidt for boys water polo, Jaden Rona for boys swimming, and Kita Johannes for girls hockey. Congratulations to these students. Our Under-19 Player of the Year Awards, Letabo Rahube for softball, Tyra van Mollendorf for girls water polo, Louis Retief for boys water polo, Milan Kutzer for boys swimming, Caitlin Watson for girls swimming, Darius Weingart for boys hockey, Zach Maduray for boys soccer, Njabulo Hlope for netball, and Sid Oldroyd for running. I think that's cross country. Sounds more impressive. Congratulations. Right, I now go on to the Outstanding Achievement Awards. These are for students who are selected to represent a district, provincial, and/or a national team and have represented the team at a tournament this year. These representations are in sporting codes offered either by Elkanah or outside the school's offering. Our first one goes to Caitlin Watson, who qualified and participated in the Swimming SA Short Course Championships and the Western Cape Long Course Summer Champs, and in the Level 3 Champs, where she won 3 gold, 2 silver, and 3 bronze medals. Milan Kutzer participated in the Eden Inter-District Prestige Gala. He qualified and participated in the Western Cape Short Course Champs, where he swam in 2 finals, and then also in the Sanjay Champs, where he qualified for 3 finals. And he's also qualified for Senior Nationals in 2026. Mamachadi Nkua, selected for the Table Bay Zonal District Athletics team for the 200 and 400 meter events, and she also participated in the Western Province Champs in the 200 and 400 events. Gabriela Pochiazo dos Santos for her under-18 Western Province North Hockey, where they won silver at the under-18 regional IPTs. and then Njabulo Hlope, selected and represented the under-19 Western Cape Coastal netball team, as well as the under-18 Western Cape Schools team. Also selected to represent South Africa in the under-19 indoor netball team in 2026, and has also been selected to be part of the under-18 South African school netball team. Well done to all. We now move on to Colors Awards. These are a commitment to sport and the school, the passion in which the sport is played, and the ongoing enthusiasm and dedication to the code, as well as to the sportsmanship displayed on and off the field. Our senior half colors goes to Gabriela Porciazo dos Santos for hockey. Senior full colors, this is awarded to students who have represented a team at a tournament in either provincial or national level. They must have represented the school team for at least 75% of their matches and practices, and then students who've been awarded district colors for 2 consecutive years would also qualify. We have a senior full colors goes to Mamokgadi Nkua for athletics. We have 3 honors awards. These are awarded to students who have been awarded national colors in a code offered by the school. They must have represented the team at a tournament, or they must have played provincial colors, have received provincial colors for 2 consecutive years. The 3 recipients are Caitlin Watson for swimming, Milan Kutsa for swimming, and Njabulo Hlope for netball. Congratulations to this group. Our floating trophies, the Delisha McDonald Hockey Goalie of the Year Award. This is not aimed at a specific age group, but is awarded to both the male and female hockey goalkeepers who've shown most talent throughout the 2025 season. This year we award Lakanyo Ngubani, our first team boys goalie, and Tatiana Sakhari, our first team girls goalie. And then the Silke Goigas Outstanding Achievement for Swimming Trophy. This is a student who has achieved provincial or national level, and this year the award goes to Milan Kutsa. Right, and now we're going to do our Sports Persons of the Year Award. That's so PC. That's awarded to a student who represents an Elkanah House team at provincial or national level, codes offered at Elkanah House. The recipient is celebrated for his or her commitment to the sport and the school, the passion in which they play their sport, and the ongoing enthusiasm and dedication. In addition, the recipient serves in his example of humility in the face of talent. And we have 2 incredibly talented sportsmen and women today. Our Sportsman of the Year is Milan Kutsa. And our Sportswoman of the Year, Njabulo Hlope. our next award provided a bit of a quandary. And I had a visit from 2 of the grade 12 saying, "Ma'am, we have a problem, and we need you to solve the problem." So I said, "Fine, let's hear." "No, we've done our calculations numerous times in every single manner possible, and it's been checked and double-checked, and we have bad news." I said, "Okay, tell me what the bad news is." "No, the house shield, ma'am." I said, "All right, show me, let me see." So they show me their little slip of paper, comes out of the blazer pocket. And I say, "All right, but this is not a problem." I said, "This is absolutely amazing." "No, ma'am, you don't understand." I said, "No, leave it with me, I'll sort out the problem." So I've sorted out the problem. In a year, and I've seen a couple of head of houses, different ones go through in their different ways. Some are reluctant, some are over-eager, some are not sure what they're doing, but they'll fake it till we make it. And they all go through various ways of getting the spirit going in their team. But this particular year, the 3 heads of houses managed to get spirit going across the school. And what more could we ask for than a school who don't want to do necessarily house war cries, but want to get together and do whole school war cries repeatedly until even Mr. Ash couldn't anymore. And so I am delighted, and it wasn't a problem, to announce that the scores for the houses are Ruby, 35 points. Emerald, 35 points. Sapphire, wait for it, 35 points. Yay! To their shock and horror, all 3 get to come and collect the trophy. Sure. I'm so glad there's someone else's problem virtually. And a big thank you to every single student who participated in making that such a, for me, heartwarming and incredibly satisfying result. Thank you very much. Right, I'm now going to ask Zoe. You ready for this, Zoe? Zoe is going to sing "I'll Always Remember You" by Miley Cyrus.
Knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one with our future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. I always knew after all these years there'd be laughter, there'd be tears. Never thought I'd walk away with so much joy but so much pain. And it's so hard to say yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know ya. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph. wish you love, I wish you love. For you the world just opens up, but it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know ya. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. Every day that we had, all the good, all the bad, I'll keep them here inside. All the times that we shared, every place, everywhere, you touched my life. Yeah, one day we'll look back, we'll smile and we'll laugh, but right now we just cry, 'cause it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving. I'm so thankful.
Times that we've had, I'll keep them like photograph, and I'll hold you in my arms.
Always remember you. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na na na. I'll always remember you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you, Ray. Right, we've come to our special awards. Wait, I'm going to get my glasses. Sorry, that was you, all you, Zoe. Okay, our special awards. This category is tough. We spend a lot of time going over possibilities, and I'm hoping that every single one of you sitting here today feels, you know what, I was doing that. And my name might not get called today, but I know I was doing that. And I'm so proud of contributing what I did to the school and to the grade. So in that spirit, I'm going to announce our special prizes. Service to the Library Award. This is awarded to a grades 12 student who has offered exceptional service in the library for the duration of their senior phase. And this goes to Melakukhle Buti. Our Sound and Lighting Award. This is awarded to the grade 12 who has offered exceptional service to Elkanah House Audio Visual for the duration of their senior phase, including the grade 12 year. No surprise here, Darius Weingart. The Resilience Award celebrates the fighting spirit of a pupil who has remained determined through all challenges. Megan Mawini. Our Good Samaritan Award. This recognizes the altruism and selflessness of a pupil whose heart lies in serving others and following the example of the Good Samaritan, engaging in planned acts of kindness and loving beyond self. Albertina Mdoko. Our 180-degree award. This award is presented to the pupil who's shown a remarkable positive transformation, both academically and personally, It speaks of the positive journey that adolescents can take and testifies to the power of personal motivation, self-belief, and change. Arrived? Perhaps not completely yet, but who has? But definitely on a journey. France and Lovell. The Altruism Award. This acknowledges the efforts of a pupil who's dedicated him or herself to serving the school in a number of different areas. The award speaks of a pupil who's loyal, faithful, and committed to the school. Megan Speedy. The Carpe Diem Award. This award acknowledges and recognizes a pupil who lives by the ethos of seizing the moment, not only by making the most of every opportunity presented, but by also seeking new opportunities. Zoe Struble. The Mebius All-Arounder Award. This award is presented to a pupil who has contributed significantly and achieved impressively in the 4 cornerstones of Elkanah House school life. Cornerstones are academics, sport and culture, and community service. Through achievement and commitment in all these areas, this pupil is a true ambassador for the school. We did the maths, and it doesn't lie. We have 2 people for this award, Danielle Ellis and Sid Oldroyd. The Eureka Award, awarded to an individual who's shown a marked improvement in all areas of academics, and with an amazing increase of 14% average since her grade 10 year, Hannah McCallum. The 3 L's Award. This is the pupil who's lived by the Elkanah House principles of loving beyond self, learning beyond exams, and living an authentic life. Hannah Scott. Our Principals Award, this went to, or goes to, luckily the wording says individuals, so there's an S, and it goes to a group of individuals who put on an incredible, formidable, may I say, display of leadership. Very different personalities that all work together to get a school unified through a tough year, and who just epitomize the unique Elkanah House spirit. It gives me great pleasure to give the award, Principals Award, to Milakuhle Buti, Ruben DeRoy, and Zoe Struble. Thank you, and well done. Right, and to get back to and when I let you go, I expect you to go study. We are going to build up to our DUX students, starting with 10th position for our academic top achievers. In 10th position, based on the promotion mark for the year, we have Sid Oldroyd. In 9th position, we have Luca Trentini. In 8th position, we have Willow Rutters. In 7th position, we have India Webster. In 6th position, we have Kaylee Buertis. In 5th position, we have Tamika Mhlango. In 4th position, we have Mitchell Mackay. And we've now hit 88% averages, by the way. In 3rd position, we have Amber Kohlhofer. In 2nd position, we have Ruben DeRoy. And our Duck Scholar, with an average of 95.8%. I'm just going to read all of his subjects because it's so impressive. Life orientation is 88, Afrikaans is 93, accounting is 94, physical science is 96, English is 97, IT is 99, further studies mathematics, which I'm now allowed to sneak in, is 99, and mathematics, 100%. Joshua Valentini. Right. Please repeat these performances, please. I'd now like to call Lisha. Thank you, Mrs. Kutsia. I'd now like to call on Lisha Pretorius, and she is going to thank our prefects and SRC.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to take this moment to actually use my privilege here to, can you guys hear me better now? To actually just say, I've taught a lot of you guys since grade 7, and I'm super proud of you guys. Okay, that's enough. Okay. So, good morning, parents, school, staff, and most importantly, the grade 12s. It's a great honor today to say thank you to the prefects of 24, 25. This is a big day. They asked me last time why I wasn't emotional at induction. I knew today was coming, so just bear with me, please. So my mom has 4 kids, and throughout the years, we would often ask her which one was her favorite. Now, she was adamant that she didn't have a favorite, but obviously it was either me or my baby brother. So it depended who fought the most that day. So that was until my journey with this special group of prefects here. I realized that each prefect group is special and unique in its own way, yes, and that each individual in that group brings their own energy and ideas. And like the different parts of a machine, each doing its own task, the machine can't work unless every part interlinks and turns together. I realized you were a special group at camp, where we spent time making food, some of you guys made music, we learned about leadership, and we went on a scavenger hunt. Now, for those of you who don't know, each year the prefect group splits in 2, and then we travel, we start at different ends, and we travel the same route to go past the waterfall and to complete certain tasks. It's definitely not a competition. But as with most things, when you put a group of teenagers and very competitive teachers together, it is a little bit of a competition. We were on our way back, and just like horses on an outride, you know that moment they see the cabin at the prefect camp, it's more like a castle. So when you see that cabin, the horses start running. So just like that, you guys started picking up speed, and you raced towards our house. But what surprised me, though, was how you waited for every individual in the group to make sure we all stepped over that finish line together. I realized in that moment that you guys are a very special group. Thank you for taking that same care and togetherness in everything you did. You supported one another. You rallied as a group and stepped in to help whenever someone needed support or a joke to brighten their day. You grew not only as leaders, but as people, learning when to step forward, when to listen, and how powerful it is to uplift others. And you guys found your voice. Thank you for bringing the school together. Your war cries, break time concerts, bake sales, and those energetic mornings at the gate. Sorry guys, I'm a bit nervous. Those energetic mornings at the gate really low-key set the vibe. And you guys set the bar very high for the prefect groups to follow. Thank you for the endless energy you brought to every meeting, the passion to every sport and social event, and the chocolate chip cookies that I know you guys snuck in on my table for me with bake sales. Thank you for always being willing to dress up as Benson in the scorching heat to entertain the primary school. Thank you for the initiatives and the creativity you brought to your individual portfolios. You pushed your portfolios to the next level, but know that that legacy you leave is not only measured in the events or the achievements, but in the kindness that you have shared and the differences you made in our lives. As Jane Goodall said, what you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. Thank you for choosing to make this school a better place. Thank you for your care, your spirit, and the love you poured into everything that you did. I have no doubt that each of you will continue to make a difference wherever you go and in everything you do. The prefect group of 25-26, they will tell you, I keep on reminding them, that they are a family, and family supports each other. And this is because of you. Because like a family, you took care of each other in challenging times and you celebrated each other's success. And like my mom, I do not have a favorite. But if I did, So know each one of you will always be my penguins, and you will always have a special place in my heart and in the school. Thank you. Mr. Dodds.
I just want to take a moment to acknowledge two young leaders, Milan Kutsa and Tatiana Sakhari, who have served as the senior members of the SRC for this year. The SRC plays a vital role in the life of the school. It gives students a voice, fosters responsibility, and builds the bridge between students and staff. A strong SRC doesn't just represent opinions, it shapes culture, strengthens communities, and models what servant leadership truly looks like. Milan has brought to the SRC a deep sense of purpose and dedication. His commitment to doing things properly, to following through, and to holding himself and others to high standards has set the tone for others around him. There is a quiet integrity in the way he leads, thoughtful, deliberate, and purposeful. Tatiana has been the calm in the storm. She has an extraordinary ability to remain composed no matter what is happening around her. Never flustered, always gracious. She brings balance and perspective, a reminder that leadership can be gentle and still be powerful. Together, Milan and Tatiana have complemented each other beautifully. Where Milan brought drive and direction, Tatiana brought warmth and poise. Together, they have shown us what it means to lead with both strength and grace. Thank you, Milan and Tatiana, for the example you have set, the stability you have given, and the kindness and maturity you have shown throughout your time in the SRC. Elkanah is better for your leadership. Thank you. I would now like to call our head prefects, Milakutle Buti and Ruben de Roy, to address you. Thank you.
Good morning, parents, staff, and of course, the matrics of 2025. When I first became head boy, the first thing my dad told me was, "No one has ever complained about a short speech, so don't speak too long." I'm sorry, Dad, but I don't think I can do the past few years and this grade any justice with only a few words, so please bear with me. We've spent more than half our lives here, growing up, learning, failing, laughing, and now it's all coming to an end. But that's made me realize it wasn't the marks or the lessons that mattered most, but the moments we'll never forget, and the people we shared them with. This grade is a special group. We love to procrastinate, but we packed the punch when it mattered. There's such a rich energy and vibe within this group, something that really grips you and makes you feel a part of something bigger. You guys were the bomb, each and every one of you. And as for the memories, I think we can all agree we'll never forget them. The early mornings, lying to your friends about being prepared for a test, begging your teacher for another lesson off, sorry, Miss Vent, trying your best to distract your teacher from the English novel, the laughs in class that get you kicked out because you just can't hold it in anymore, sliding around on the floor at water polo, or Daniel trying to swallow an entire bar one unsuccessfully. I guess some memories are more relatable than others. But my point is, everyone has them, those moments that have shaped us, that we'll be telling for many years to come. When I look at this grade, I see potential. If you could invest in people like you do in stocks, I wouldn't diversify. I'd put all my money into this group because, wow, you're going to go far. The talent, the drive, and the all-round potential is incredible, which is in large part thanks to the school and the teachers who believed in us and made us who we are today. So guys, let's not lose that drive or that passion, the spark that's kept us going through the deadlines and the chaos. Let's make the highlights of today the lowlights of tomorrow and never forget how far we've come, but especially how much further we can go. This speech wouldn't mean anything without the people who actually put me here, the ones who made it all possible and sacrificed so much more than just their time, but their love, compassion, and guidance to make me the person I am today, my mom and dad. Dad, your advice and diligence helped me more than you know. Mom, your love and constant empathy, even when I didn't deserve it, made me feel seen and heard. Not just thank you, but sorry for everything I've put you through this year. I love you guys so much. I can't forget the two who always keep me in check and remind me what life's all about. Mika, your love, compassion, and interest in what I'm doing meant the world to me. Seb, your steadfast humor and lightheartedness reminds me what's most important in life. Please, 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 don't ever change for anyone or anything. I love you guys so much. To Tanner, the person who made this year so much easier and gave me the motivation and support when I was at my worst. You were there every step of the way, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and supported me through it all. You're my rock, Tan. I love you. I would also like to thank the other people who have been there through thick and thin. Nonzizo, Lindsay and Sean, all my grandparents and family, and of course, the boys, Preston and Ben. I don't think Ben pitched up today, but I don't think we've ever had a good idea, but we always have fun. You Oaks have given me some of the best memories I could ever have hoped for. To Miss Muller, your unique insight and understanding of me and all-round kindness made school a lot easier. Thank you. And of course, the one and only Miss Loebscher, my school mom. I owe my sanity to you, ma'am. Thank you. And a special congratulations for Jimmy Papas for coming to his first school event in 5 years. And I can't forget the Tudor boys who made school a lot more fun. Some of the best times I had. But I don't think I can say too much about them. But I'll leave you with 3 clue words: firecrackers, leaf blowers, and Nathan's shoes. Lastly, but by no means the least, I'd like to thank God for blessing me with this amazing season that is now coming to an end, for giving me the best people to share it with, and for helping me every step of the way. To the class of 2025, we came in as kids, unsure of where we fit in, and we're leaving as young adults. Definitely still unsure sometimes, but ready to find out. And maybe that's the point, not to have all the answers, but to trust ourselves enough to look for them. I'd like to share a verse with you, one my mother has always told me, Philippians 4, verse 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'd like to say that again. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I hope this verse will mean as much to you as it has to me. And in the spirit of my dad's advice, and before anyone starts complaining, thank you to everyone who made these years unforgettable. Here's to the class of 2025. We did it.
Good morning, parents, staff, students, and matriculants of 2025. I want to be honest with you all. When I first started writing this speech, I stared at a blank screen for about an hour, and then I promptly decided to look for some quotes from some well-known wise people, as how good speeches generally start. And I even consulted our dear friend Chat to give me advice, or inspiration, but it was all futile. For me, nothing that I found on the internet was good enough. Nothing from an external source could articulate how deeply and personal and emotional this moment would be. I don't even think that I realized that until the very end of my high school career. Though I said many, many times how excited I would be to be done and over with high school. No hard feelings. Elkanah has made that extremely hard for me to say today. To many high schoolers, a matric farewell is just a formality. But here we say goodbye to our found family. During my entire journey, I very seldom felt alone. Even though I only came when I was in grade 8, it was very easy to acclimatize as everyone went out of their way to be a friendly face and welcome me with open arms. It feels as though I've known this special matric class for a lifetime. So I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to you all. Although we are all grown up, what made my year embarrassingly enough were the practical jokes we played on Mr. Scott during lessons, tied in with never-ending digressions and conversations, the candy salads and their consequences faced by some people sitting here. And the nights we spent at school, whether watching questionable movies in AP English, rehearsing a show for the 7 billionth time, sometimes due to me, or really trying to confuse my brain doing AP Maths with a bunch of other nerdy people. Needless to say, much of what impacted my experience at Elkanah House were these people and the bonds that I developed. I've thoroughly enjoyed being with you, slightly weird but wonderful people, for the past 4 years. So again, thank you very much. In addition, I want to especially thank my tutor group. I will forever cherish my tutor class and my tutor teacher, Mrs. van der Nest. While we were not part of the exact same friend group, we were still able to form this beautiful bond between us that transcends that divide. And Mrs. van der Nest, though we only came together a little late in the journey, you still managed to make us feel like one of your own and became someone special that we can rely on. Thank you so much, ma'am. To all my friends, you have become my sisters and brother that I didn't know that I needed more of. I love the way we're able to empower each other to make our presence known and live up to the potential that we often overlook. I love how we can always hold each other accountable and lean on each other when we need. I love the effortless balance of laughter and seriousness, and how we are able to speak to each other without saying anything. You guys inspire me every day, and I'm sure this is not the end of our journey together, because sisterhood is forever. Most of all, I have my mom and dad to thank for all that they've poured into my upbringing. My family may not be as affluent as many people would expect someone from a private school to be, but my mom and dad worked tirelessly and sacrificed so much so that I could have what they didn't have when they grew up. My mom, who is my favorite person and best mom in the world, there's no competition about it.
She's my version and equivalent of an artist muse. She's my true motivator in everything that I do. And my dream for when I grow up is to take her to places that she's only seen on TV and take her to restaurants where the menu items are impossible to pronounce. My mom is the person who lets me dare to dream and have the bold audacity to make mistakes and continue to try and reach for this, but still try and continue to reach for the stars. Because she believes and asserts that they are well within my reach. It is because of her faith and belief in me that I can stand here today against all my nerves and stage fright, believe it or not, and believe and trust in myself and my ability to succeed and lead. While my mom likes to play off her parenting efforts as just a means or investment to a nice retirement by yours truly, I see and feel all the love. And Mama, nam ndiyakuthanda kakhulu ngaphezu kuba uyiqonda. It was so hard trying to perfect the speech because I usually practice all of my speeches with my mom. Another essential part of this turbulent journey, particularly dealing with leadership, was, I think you can guess, Ruben and Zoe. You two have taught me so much this year. Zoe, your ability to bring life and light in any space you're in is contagious. And Ruben, your easygoing nature and intentional calm within a storm approach to life inspires me to keep grounded and focus on the things that truly matter. You guys were the anchor of the ship, and I was able to lean on you guys. And though everything looks so effortless on the outside, a lot of time, thought, and debates were happening behind the scenes. I want to thank you guys for leading boldly, and I'm honored to have had the opportunity to stand beside you. It goes without saying that I could try and mention every positive impact that came with being part of this unique family, with every student and teacher that I interacted with, but it would be a little bit unreasonable to leave you guys here till tomorrow. Fellow matrics, we're about to step into unknown territory where many of us will drop straight down to the bottom of the food chain. There's no guarantee what we will be doing or where we will be in 10 to 20 years' time, but the only certainty is that we won't be the same as what we are now. Change is inevitable, as Mrs. LaRue said. And the only way to make peace with that is to enjoy the present, occasionally reminisce about the past, and embrace what the future has to offer. And it was about at this point where I found my inspiration to leave you guys. It was from one of my favorite books, Lessons in Chemistry. The quote I was drawn to reads, "Whenever you feel afraid, just remember that courage is the root of change, and change is what we're chemically designed to do." So as we close this chapter and appreciate its beauty, there are still other treasures and gems eagerly waiting for us to find them. And perhaps when we do find them, we will have an opportunity to come back together and share the greatness of our finds. This greatness, however, could likely be new mini menaces being added to the population. But nonetheless, I'm excited to experience and witness it all. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Staff, school, proud parents and guardians, and of course the class of 2025. Thank you to Ruben and Mila for their lovely speeches and their lovely words. Mila referred to you as a group of young adults, and my speech will address that, but I was impressed by the very competitive hide and seek that was happening last night at the matric picnic. So I'm glad you're not ready to completely step into adulthood just yet. Miller referenced it, and I knew that it was the topic of Mrs. LaRue's devotion, the idea of change. So in order to try and keep emotion at bay, because it's going to be a tough one for me, I thought that I would use that as a segue into an actual life sciences lesson, which is my other love, beside you guys. And I thought that would help me actually just be a little less emotional until the end. So here we go, your final life sciences lesson from me. Metamorphosis. By definition, metamorphosis is a biological process by which an organism undergoes a striking change in form or structure from one stage of life to another. In nature, it is usually dramatic, visible, and essential. The most common example of metamorphosis involves the caterpillar and the change into the butterfly. The caterpillar is slow, it's unassuming, and then it retreats into its chrysalis. Weeks later, it emerges as a butterfly, beautiful and elegant. This metamorphosis plays a vital role in the survival and reproduction of the caterpillar and the butterfly. It enables them to each adapt to different environments, reducing competition and ensuring more effective survival of the species. Adult insects are specialized for dispersal, while larval stages focus on growth and feeding. It allows insects to avoid predators as they transform into faster and more agile forms. The reality is that most people celebrate the butterfly. We don't really appreciate the caterpillar, but both are absolutely essential. The butterfly is not better than the caterpillar. They are two completely different stages of the same form. The caterpillar phase is not merely about biding time until it can finally be a butterfly. Beneath the surface, the caterpillar's tissues are quietly preparing for what lies ahead. You can probably see where I'm going with this right now. Embedded within its body are clusters of cells known as imaginal discs. These are the architectural blueprints of your future butterfly. They are a tiny group of stem cells destined to form the adult structures. During the larval stages, these discs remain largely inactive, shielded from the metabolic chaos of feeding and growing. Critical to this larval stage is the accumulation of energy. Caterpillars store nutrients, especially lipids and proteins, that will later be used to power this dramatic transformation inside the chrysalis. Every bite of leaf along the way is converted into fuel for future rebirth. These transformations are not random. They're guided by genetic control, an intricate program written into the DNA of these organisms, telling each cell when to grow, when to reshape, and when to become something entirely new. Without these changes in form, these creatures won't survive. And so it is with all of you, grade 12s. You have been the caterpillar throughout school. Your school journey has focused on growth and feeding your stem cells, so to speak. In real terms, you've become more agile. You've grown in maturity. You've learned heaps of subject-specific content. You've participated in sport and culture. You've loved beyond self. You've developed your critical thinking skills. You've refined your social skills. Throughout school, especially in high school, you have grown into the most well-rounded version of yourself so far. And you have done all of this despite many changes and many challenges that your grade has had to face. Cute little fresh faces in grade 7, then bam, COVID. That was hard. You were new to high school, and all of a sudden you were cut off from in-person contact. You had to do online schooling. Then, to add insult to injury, you were the first group that were allowed back on campus. And so you arrived back on campus wearing masks with social distancing, sanitizing, taking temperatures. It was a form of trauma bonding. You've had 4 grade heads over the years. But how loved are you that every one of them is here today? Half of you have had a change in tutor teacher along the way. A bunch of students left us for different adventures. A whole bunch more arrived and enriched our grade. There were some really, really hard times that you faced as a grade, but there were also many major successes that you've shared together. You've grown through subject choice, you've grown through camps. The classrooms you sat in, the friendships you built, the changes you faced over the years, all these challenges, they have been your chrysalis. They've shaped you, stretched you, developed your character, built your confidence and your resilience. High school has prepared you wonderful group of caterpillars for what's next. At this valedictory ceremony, you are standing on the verge of your own metamorphosis. Parents and guardians, you've nurtured these students through every stage. You were there when they took their first steps, when they stumbled through their awkward phases, and when they first began to find their wings. Your love has been their genetic code, the DNA that is silently, constantly, and powerfully shaping who they are becoming. Elkanah House teachers, in particular my tutor team, you were the catalysts in this grade's transformation. You challenged their thinking, you broadened their horizons, and you believed in them even when they doubted themselves. To this wonderful group of matrics, at the end of November, you're going to emerge. You're not leaving high school the same way you entered it. You've changed, maybe not visibly like the butterfly, but internally, in your confidence, your capacity to think, to care, to dream, and to lead. Some of you will hopefully become biologists, others artists, engineers, activists, entrepreneurs, caregivers. Some of you may still be figuring it out, and that's okay too. Metamorphosis takes time. But never doubt that you are becoming something new and completely necessary in this world. As you take your first steps into life beyond school, remember, change is not something to fear. It is written into the very fabric of who you are, and you have been training for it all these years. In the words of Abraham Maslow, in any given moment, we have two options: to step forward into growth or step back into safety. We have been so privileged to have you over these years, and we love you dearly. Class of 2025, emerge boldly from the same safe space of Elkanah House. Fly high into your new adventures. Never forget that transformation is not the end. It is just the beginning of your new experiences. But above all, remember what Elkanah House has taught you: the importance of living an authentic life, embracing whatever stage you find yourself in. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your journey. We love you and we wish you best of luck. Now, some of our caterpillars have been with us for longer than others. And among this special group, there are students who have attended Elkanah all the way from grade 000 up to today. And we'd like to honor them with an Elkanah Journey Award. Mrs. Kutsia, if you'll come up to hand them out, please. When I read your name, please would you come up and fetch your certificate and then stand in front so that we can celebrate your entire schooling career as part of the Elkanah family. Danielle Ellis, India Webster, Cheney Webster, Keita Johannes, Nia Nan, Willow Rutters, Connor Neeson, Jaden Rona, Nathan Lambrecht, Zachary Apollos, Darius Weingard, Anna Walravens, Emily Herman, Hannah Janssen van Rensburg, Hannah Scott, Ruby Berger, Sienna Roberts, Erin Kasserin, Louis Retief, Mitchell Mackay. Congratulations to all of you.
Right, we've spoken about culture and academics and sport and the importance of it, but something that is equally as important and undeniable in Elkanah is the importance of our tutor groups. I'm going to ask first Mr. Gilmore Gordon to come and join me. Grade 12s, when your name is called, please come up, collect your Bible, and then go back to your seat. In Mr. Gordon's tutor group, Zachary Apollos. Tristan Burnt. Gregory DeFries. Jared Gaisley. Evan Hallett. Mitchell Mackay. Franz Ndlovu. Rocco Penteni. Nicholas Robinson. Jaden Rona. Tristan Ruiz. Ortiello Sebastio. Bryce Swinburne. Luca Trentini. Darius Weingard. And finally, Zach Maduray. Thank you, Mr. Gordon's tutor group. I'll now ask Ms. Carmen LaRue to please come and join me. First, Oyena Boyana, Ruby Berger, Kaylin Doyle, Njabulo Hlope, Keita Johannes, Hannah McComb, Alyssa Mdoko, Kaylin Nathan, Kobile Nene, Cassandra Papacastadino, Letabo Rahube, Hannah Scott, Megan Speedy, Tatiana Sakhari, and Caitlin Watson. Thank you, Ms. LaRue's tutor group. Now invite Ms. Heather Loebscher back to the stage. First, Preston Baguli, Aaron Kasserin, Milan Kutzer, Ruben DeRoy, Riley Gordon, Nathan Lamprecht, Connor Neeson, Lucanio Ngobane, Sid Oldroyd, Louis Retief, Noah Smith, Luke Stockdale, Daniel Taylor, Jared Thorpe, Joshua Valentini, Caleb Wolf. Thank you, Ms. Loebscher's tutor group. Would now like to call on Ms. Rihanna Joubert to join us. First, Leah Benny, Leah Briette, Danielle Ellis, Emily Herman, Hannah Janse van Rensburg, Albertina Mdoko, Tamika Mahangu, Nia Nan, Mamokhadi Nkue, Zoe Struble, Lisa Vollach, Tatum Welsh Cleverly, India Webster, Cara Vint, and Tyra von Mollendorf. Thank you to Ms. Joubert's tutor group. Now ask Ms. Catherine van der Nest to join me. Hannah Smith, Kaylee Botes, Milokuhle Buti, Sasha Dennis. Amber Kohlhofer. Ulwazi Makoba. Megan Mawini. Gabriela Pochiazo dos Santos. Sienna Roberts. Willow Ritters. Chayal Singh. Anna Walravens. Cheney Webster. Rebecca Visa. Olivia Wilson.
Good morning, teachers, students, and most importantly, parents. When I have a bad day, my parents are there. When I'm feeling sick, my parents are there. When I need to talk to someone, my parents are there. And yes, even when I need money, my parents are there, within reason, of course. Our parents are always there for everything that we do. They drive us to sports practice, encourage us when we feel low, and sometimes they even let us struggle, knowing that the struggle is what grows and mends us into stronger human beings. Their support is constant, steady, and always present. We must be thankful for the clothes on our backs, the shoes on our feet, a roof over our head, and most of all, their unconditional support and love for us. I think of those people who do not have the blessing of parents who can be here today, and my heart goes out to them. It is important that we never take our parents for granted. Life ahead will not always be smooth. There will be obstacles and there will be mountains that feel too high to climb. But if we have learned anything, it is that there is beauty in the chaos, and that beauty was taught by our parents. The Bible reminds us in Exodus 20, verse 12, "Honor your father and your mother so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you." Today on our valedictory, we live out that verse by giving honor, respect, and thanks to our parents who have made all of this possible. To all the parents here, from the late night pep talks, to listening to our stresses and dramatics, to reminding us of our strength and our worth, you have carried us further than we could have done all by ourselves. And now, if I may, I'd personally like to thank my parents, John and Sheila. Mom, your faith in me and your constant words of encouragement have carried me through more than you know. Dad, your quiet strength and steady presence have been something I can always depend on. You have both sacrificed so much for me, and not a single part of it goes unnoticed. I am who I am because of you. I love you. Thank you, Mom and Dad, and to all the parents here, we thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Kutia, Ms. Muller, Mr. Dodds, Mr. Scott, our special guest, parents, staff, and students. Standing here today, I feel a mix of emotions. I'm excited for the future. I'm grateful for the present. Nostalgic for the past few years that brought us to this moment. For me, and I'm sure I'm speaking for all of us, this occasion is not just symbolic to the culmination of the past few years, but it is an acknowledgement of the people who have walked this journey with us. And at our very hearts are our teachers. Elkanah House teachers, we thank you. Thank you for being more than just people who stood in front of a classroom conveying a curriculum. You became the voices that encouraged us when we felt unsure, the hand that lifted us when we stumbled, and the guiding light that gently showed us the way and never gave up on us, even when we lost faith in ourselves. You taught us lessons from textbooks, but you also taught us lessons about character, about showing up, being resilient, being responsible for our own learning, and that accountability always trumps excuses. You showed us that our mistakes were not just failures, but stepping stones to ultimate success. You celebrated our victories, both big and small, and by believing in us, you helped us discover the strength that we didn't know we had in ourselves. We are especially appreciative of our tutor teachers. You were our school's moms and dad. You were the ones that checked in on us, who reminded us to stay on track, who cheered us on when we were down, and who sometimes showed us the tough love we needed to correct our course. In many ways, you were a home from home, instilling in us a sense of belonging and providing the stability we needed to be the best versions of ourselves. And for this, we are deeply grateful. There is one teacher I personally want to acknowledge today. You can just stand. Mr. Dodds. That's him. You know, sometimes in life you meet teachers who just get you. And for me, that one teacher is you, Mr. Dodds. Thank you for making high school not just bearable, but an actual great experience. And also thank you for being the funniest teacher. No offense to Mr. Ash. But Mr. Dodds, I appreciate you, not just for teaching me history, but for preparing me for the future. I know for sure, just as Mr. Dodds played a pivotal to my growth, that every other grade 12 sitting here has someone who has done the same for them. Our teachers go above and beyond for the students, and we are so blessed to have them alongside us. Today, as we graduate, I realize that teachers don't just teach, they shape lives. They leave behind a little part of themselves in every student, and that becomes part of who we are as we step into the world. The life lessons you gave us will guide us long after we have left these buildings. So, on the behalf of the matrix, I want to say thank you to each and every Elkanah teacher and every other staff member on campus who has played part in our stories. Lynn, Philippa, Anthea, Karen, Shona, Mike and his team, thank you for believing in us, for guiding us, for pushing us, and for caring for us. We are who we are today because of you. We may be turning the page, but the mark you have left on us will carry us through to the next exciting chapters of our life. Lastly, thank you to my mom. You're the apple of my eye, and I love you. Thank you, Elkanah.
That brings us to the end of this beautiful ceremony today. the grade 12 team and the class of 2025, we would like to thank everyone involved in organizing this special day. So, grade 12s, if I could ask you to please stand and give a round of applause to show your appreciation to the group that have organized this amazing occasion for you. Thank you. To the students, the parents, and guardians, thank you so much for sharing today with us and celebrating this class of 2025. To end this beautiful ceremony, Hannah is going to lead us in the school prayer. We're then going to all stand together and sing our school song through once. After that, there'll be instrumental music playing, at which point my tutor team will lead this group of grade 12s out into the avenue. We'll go hide in the senior high quad. And following that, if I could ask our parents to leave, and then following that, staff and students, if you can go line up on the avenue so that when we're ready, our grade 12s will ring the bell for the last time and walk down the avenue. At the end of that, if you've been a prize winner, please could you come back in and collect outside the cafe with your parents. Karen will be there for photos to celebrate the awards that have taken place today. So thank you very, very much for sharing this beautiful day with us. Hannah, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Please could you follow me with the school prayer on the pamphlets if you haven't already crumpled them and shoved them in the bag or under the chair. Okay. Our loving Heavenly Father, we pray that Elkanah House will be a haven of peace, a school where pupils enjoy coming and where they feel safe, loved, and wanted. Help each one of us to contribute to that place. Let this be a school where every pupil will be challenged and prepared adequately for later life, and where each staff member will find a sense of fulfillment in what they do. We pray that everyone at the school will learn to understand their responsibility to the community and to joyfully serve others, just like Jesus did. Bless everyone who spends time at Elkanah House, that they will somehow be touched by you, the living God who created us to have fellowship with you. Lord, we have heard of your fame. We stand in awe of your deeds. O Lord, renew them in our day. Thank you.
Let's all stand and sing the school song. Jesus is Lord of our school here. Foundations are safe and secure. Without him our work here is empty. In his presence we can be sure. Carpe diem, he is Lord, yeah, we will praise him every day. Grow Elkanah, God's creation, we will serve him in every way. Now as we build and get stronger, we're tempted to move on our own. When there is turmoil and trouble, we will then reap the seeds that you've sown. Carpe diem, he is Lord, yeah, we will praise him every day. Grow Elkanah, God's creation, we will serve him in every way. One day we'll face a new season. Our treasure will be by his grace. We'll realize our time at Elkanah, it prepared us to finish the race. Carpe